Welcome back to the KeSPA, everybody. The KeSPA Cup, rather, live in the next arena. We're going into the second half now of the KeSPA Cup with a bunch of great matches coming your way. We're going to start off with Dream versus Stats.
Gotta get this League of Legends ticket off the desk, Valdez.
Oh, man.
Guys, calm down.
Let me rip it in front of you guys.
I'm like, your cell phone, is that an SK phone? I hope not.
It's not. Guys, we're going to go into the second part of the game and stop making fun of me. And we have the Telecom Derby with Dream and Stats right now. They're from SK Telecom T1 and KT Rollster. And Dream has lost only 3 times against the Protoss this year. So he's a really good, strong player against Protoss. And Stats going against Dream is lost against only Maru, but has been winning against all the Terrans. And both players have been good at PvPs and TVPs, so let's see how that's going to go for KeSPA Cup.
Also, Stats' hair looks amazing.
Right.
In the Taylor Swift teaser trailer, he looked really good.
And now for Parting and Sulky, they've both been in SK Telecom T1. They know their style very well, so that it's going to be a really exciting match today. And for the opponent record, Sulky is in lead right now, but recent matches, Parting has been in lead with 2-0, killing Sulky. And we're going to be able to see that sentry control from Parting, of course. And let's see how Sulky's going to make it through. So it's not going to be able to easy to be predicted. So this is the viewpoint for Parting and Sulky.
So the score at the top of the screen shows like their match history, right? So
I think so.
Okay.
And this is Hero versus Deer. Opponent record 3-2 with Hero in lead, and Hero has been the greatest Protoss. Until today, we don't know what's going to happen, and it's a PvP. We love PvPs, and this is the second place winner from KeSPA Cup, and we have #1 winning rank from Pro League. And
is it again 2013 for Deer?
Thanks for pointing it out. And this is, Deer versus Hero, and this was the viewpoint today for our second part of round 16.
Thank you for giving us that look into what's going on in the KeSPA
view
Cup.
Of what's going to happen later. But yeah, pretty cool thing we got going on there. The viewpoints.
Can we just have?
But is it again 2013 for Deer? That is the question.
Can we just have Sojung read every CG that we have from now on?
Let's see.
Ever?
We'll have you sit here with us, and if there's a CG, you could.
There's another one, guys. We don't know if Deer will be able to kill Hero and become the killer of CJ and Protoss.
Yeah, that would be
able
bad.
To take him down, I guess.
We might have to call the police if that happens.
Yeah, where did you get this information from?
This is from our writer. I don't
Did
even
you write
know.
that yourself?
No, not really. So it's gonna be an exciting match. I'm not gonna be here casting though, guys.
Sojung.
Awkwardness. My hair.
Yeah, how'd you know? That's what I was gonna say.
By the way, once again, I want to mention good hair.
Yeah, I know, right? Someone should capture this.
It's good.
Hi, guys.
The one that comes out like this.
Yeah, like here.
I'm not capturing it.
Yeah, we can't.
Sorry, I'm not.
We're on broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought you
can
wanted
do
me
whatever
to touch
you want,
it. I'm not
guys.
gonna touch it.
Yeah.
If you want to,
You
you
can tweet
actually
at
can.
me.
We could do
Put
that.
down the mic and
You're
take
an
a
adult.
You're responsible for your own actions.
Should we just take a selfie together on camera right now and tweet it?
I think Jay would allow. Would he?
I don't know. I don't know if we
I
have
don't
enough
think you would.
time. I don't think we have enough time for that, unfortunately. But I would be totally down for it. Maybe later. Maybe next time you end up coming and joining us to read CGs, but not read CGs,
With
but
this
read
great hairstyle.
read the Korean version of the CG that's on the CG.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Live translation.
And there's going to be map veto, I guess. I'll hope you guys go through that also.
Do you want to?
Yeah, sure. I can help.
If
I
you
don't know.
insist.
Do you guys read English? Because I can.
Oh, we're good at that, yeah.
No, I only speak Spanish. Actually.
And
Oh, wait, do the event. So,
and
John.
another event here, if you guys are here at Next Arena, you can roll the dice. You can get Smart Words, a limited edition of World of Warcraft gaming mouse and backpack from HTML. And there's this event again. I'm the Viper. You can kidnap your friends, family, your lovers, and you can bring them here. And if you're picked, you'll be given a $50 worth of certificate to go out. And
If you kidnap your lover, is that really a lover, or is that just kind of like a Bowser Princess Peach
No, I
sort of
didn't
scenario?
make the CG. So, and also there's, if you guess the color of the ball inside that HTML backpack, you'll be given that backpack. And also the sponsor of this is KT, and their slogan is Ole, which is hello reversed, and
whoa!
yay!
Mind
Ole!
blown! Did you know this, Brendan?
Shut
Yes,
up,
I did.
guys.
Really?
There's
I
gonna be
didn't know
quizzes
that.
about
Well,
it,
I'm gonna
and
cast
here,
in Sojung
guys,
for
this
the
is
next matches.
result for the first half, and I know you guys will read it for me.
Fantasy, I think beating Zest is probably the biggest upset here. And after Fantasy's results at GSL defeating 2 Zergs, like, I don't even know if you can call it an upset. It seems like he's just somehow like shot himself out of a cannon into the upper echelons of the Starcraft players in Korea.
I think, honestly, I mean, I've been changing my mind about this a lot recently, but I think he's actually the best pro in the world right now in stats.
Stats?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I think so.
Hero? No?
I think it's Hero.
Yeah, it's
Hero is like the most.
In fact, I think Parting is ahead of Stats too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Heroes. Well, let's talk about this as we get into the game because I know it's a controversial topic, and I'm still not even sure how I feel. But
It's Hero.
why not ask you, Sojung?
Not
We-
Hero.
We get
Hero.
the word from Sojung.
I'll read the English for you guys in case you don't know how to read.
All right.
Yeah.
In case suddenly I forget how to do that.
Yeah.
I know I didn't realize Ole was hello backwards, but I
Really?
can't read.
Seriously?
Is that really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that's why that was the
So
thing.
Expedition Lost banned.
And Inferno Pools. I like it. No Inferno Pools. I don't want to see that map.
Our versus for game 1. Bonnie Research Station for game 2, and
This is cool. I feel like we're on Wheel of Fortune or something.
I can read English also. And
You-
game
you
3
have,
Really? I had
is
no
Echo
idea.
LE. Echo Leather Edition, and I've been always wondering what LE was.
Ladder edition,
Yeah,
yeah.
what's the difference between LE and non-LE?
It just means it's the one that's played on ladder.
Oh, okay. And game 4 is Coda, and game 5 is Cactus Valley. And this was fun being with you guys. I'll see you guys later at the interview.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank God she's gone on that one. I like reading my CGs just fine.
It's okay. Stats versus Dream. I do agree with you that Stats is... He might even 3-0 Dream, I think. I think it's possible. I think it's definitely possible.
I feel like... All right, we're going to have that VCR of the players really quick, then we'll talk about this topic.
안녕하세요. SK텔레콤 T1 조중혁입니다. 그냥 대회 하나 더 있어서 기뻐요. 토스전 하고 싶었는데 김대엽 선수 만나서 좋은 것 같아요. 껄끄러운 상대 딱히 없는 것 같아요. 그냥 상금은 별로 상관없고 그냥 우승하면 좋을 것 같아요. 아니요, 딱히 그냥 토스 유닛 다 싫어해요. 토스 사기라서. 팬분들 많은 응원 부탁드립니다. 이번에 우승하기 위해 최선을 다하자. 파이팅!
안녕하세요. KT 롤스터 프로토스 김대엽입니다. 저번에 했을 때는 그냥 본선 참가도 못하고 그냥 뒤에서 구경만 했었었는데 이렇게 참가하게 돼서 너무 기쁘고요. 이번 2회 때는 제가 우승 트로피를 들어 올리고 싶어요. 성주? 복수를 위해서 조성주 아니면 이번 프로리그 때 그를 꺾은 지원이 병렬이 아직 좀 더 친해지고 싶어요. 친해지자. 에이핑크. 잘 보고 있어요, 감사합니다. 앞으로도 왕성한 활동 부탁드릴게요. 지난 네이버 스타리그 때는 4강에서 아쉽게 떨어졌지만은 이번에는 정말 열심히 준비해서 꼭 높은 곳까지 올라갈 수 있도록 최선을 다하겠습니다. 대여봐 화이팅!
김대엽 선수 이번에 제가 이길 것 같은데 연습 많이 해오셨으면 좋겠어요.
중혁아, 너 밟고 올라갈게.
SK텔레콤 T1 Dream 조중혁 vs KT 로스터 스탯 김대엽.
Welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed that full-on Korean CG. Interesting things there. Stats was talking about A-Pink, which is, by the way, a K-pop band out here.
They've done Starcraft promotions as well in the past.
And then he said he was going to, like, step on Dream in advance, basically.
Yep.
And Dream is also really confident in himself. So both these guys feel like they're going to win this one.
Dream has like a nearly 66% win ratio versus Protoss. In 2015, you could see not too many stats just yet, but a pretty impressive record. This guy was the Star League finalist. He ended up losing tomorrow in a Terran versus Terran. The guy's always had potential. Finally really hit his strides recently. Especially in the
Telecom.
Yeah, man. And especially in the TVZ matchup, I feel. But that's where I felt like I saw his skill shine. Results-wise, though, this is his best matchup. And Stats is not going to have an easy run here. You were saying you think it might be a 3-0. I think it could be. But the only reason why I say it might not be is not based in logic, but just based on the fact that we've had some upsets already today.
Wolf is, of course, the prediction shaman.
I am.
Out of us. He goes past logic and results and just goes off of feeling. He feels the waves and the auras of the players.
My elbow was creaking, so I knew it was going to be a 3-1.
And funnily enough, you still got the best prediction rate for round 1 of Pro League. So I was like, well, whatever works, man. Whatever works.
Well, this is going to be a great series. I'll talk about why I like Stats a little bit more than Hero right now once we get into the game. But we're going into it right here, right now. Dream versus Stats on Iron Fortress.
SK텔레콤 T1 Dream 조종혁 vs KT Roster Stats 김대엽.
Down here in the bottom left, in the red, our turn player for this matchup, it is Dream.
And up here to the top left in yellow, it's Stats.
They specifically told Stats to be yellow, and I have no idea why.
I don't know. But, oh, it's that fancy font guy we've seen before. By font, I mean handwriting, because that's not actually printed, although it looks like it is.
Very good.
Stats is less predictable than Hero and Parting. Hero and Parting are like two opposite ends of a spectrum, from hyper-aggression on Parting's end to extreme defensive, like pressure play into like Hero's the type of player who like will poke you with blink stalkers, and if he sees weakness, he might blink on you and kill you. Parting's the guy who plans
Hero's
on killing you.
not that passive.
I won't say he's passive, but he's like...
You'd say defensive instead of passive?
Yeah, defensive.
I guess there's
like,
a difference.
Because passive just means bad in Starcraft terms, right? But he's not the player where I feel like, oh god, I better scan if I don't know what's going on, whereas with Parting, you have to. I feel like Stats' unpredictability, his ability to use avenues from all different sides makes him scarier as an opponent. Results-wise, I'm never going to argue with you. I think that Stats is actually below both Hero and Parting.
Yeah.
But, like...
Well, at the same time, Hero's never really won a Korean tournament, right?
But his Pro League results speak for themselves, also his international results as well. So I'm really curious to see how Stats is not only going to do in this tournament, but also in Star League, because I feel like the guy's got a ton of opportunities to prove that he is one of the best process. I could be wrong, but I see a ton of potential in this guy. Ever since we had our WECG qualifier, I was like, people are not giving this guy enough credit. And
that's when he really just first started playing well, and I don't know. I like what you're saying about Stats, but I kind of feel that way about Hero too, where I'm like, I don't know, he's pretty much good all around. He can basically do anything. Like, he can go aggressive and kill you with blink stalkers. Like, that's even his logo for the SSL. But he can also just play safe, standard Protoss versus Terran, make a bunch of Colossi and win.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, he's a really, really good jack of all trades.
I
think his army control is third compared to Zest and Parting.
Parting's army control is insanely good, especially when he's on the attack. And Zest's army control is very confident, is how I would describe it. He makes very calculated movements.
That's
where
exactly right.
You're just like, well, that was a good move, but I wouldn't have done that. I didn't know that was going to win that fight, right? I couldn't believe that would target that medevac down like that. Reaper does kill a probe and denies scouting, and is going to come over here and scout the Nexus timing. Let's see how Dream wants to follow this up. Looks like a factory, as you guys can see, pretty quick. Which is the norm right now. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. I was just saying, I'm not trying to like say that my beliefs are the truest or anything like that.
No, it's your opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look at Thorn. He says that all the time. It's like, I'm going to make my top 10 list, and it's probably not going to agree with a lot of other people because everybody has different opinions. And
yeah. So.
And there's no reason to judge you for that either. It's just your opinion. Like,
unless I was saying like that Terminator is actually
Terminator's
top 3.
Actually, let me tell you, he's like top. He's the best.
Anyway,
I think that Artosis actually made a comment like this one time. He said something like Terminator, if he like reaches his potential, could be the best because he's like one of the smartest. Maybe he called him like the smartest Protoss. I think that is what he said actually.
Yeah. Well,
which again is his opinion, and Artosis is a very smart guy.
Well, Artosis has a lot of experience commentating and watching pro plays since StarCraft 1. Possibly like the oldest analytical commentator that this game has. So. I respect his opinions more than mine oftentimes. So. Well, isn't this ironic? The Zerg logo on a map with no Zerg playing. It doesn't count, Blizzard, if there's a Zerg logo on the map. It still doesn't mean there's that many Zergs in the tournament. I'm only teasing.
It's funny that after the change, though, like we just see a very low number of Terrans.
Yeah. By the way, let's hold this thought for just a second because these two Hellions are coming right away here for some serious harass. And he decided to go for this kind of opening, and Stats clearly not expecting this, or expecting a more normal Widowmine opening. And he's just going to run in here and get 4 kills. And the Reaper is still, running amok in the main base, getting some scouting information.
6 pro kills. Not bad. There's even more Hellions actually on the way. And we got Widowmines after that. A very, very heavy harass style from Dream. He's even following up with a Marine drop.
This is way too much damage already. The cannon is about to finish. Not ready yet. Ooh, good force fields. Maybe unnecessary, but definitely going to secure the kill there. And this medevac, it's not going to do a critical amount of damage, but it's keeping Stats very much on the defensive. And if you guys look at the worker count, you can see it's 35 to 33. So, if a Terran player is very close in worker count to a Protoss who's been spending almost all of his chrono energy on probes, you know that plus the mules, the Terran's economy is going to be in an excellent place. Those mules don't show in the worker count, like, at the top right that you guys are probably looking at.
Mine drop now coming in, but Stats is more than prepared for this. Wonder what he's going to do about the Marine drop. I mean, though, mine's coming down.
This is not going to get any damage, it looks like here.
Oh, gets 1.
Something. Nexus cannon to easily deter. The Stats has gone down like several paths here. He's got robotics, and he's going to Twilight Council, of course, trying to get those forge upgrades at the same time. But he's at a very weak worker count to produce units off of. And it looks like how he's going to try to make up for this is do a little Warp Prism harass next time Dream moves out. And I'm wondering how Dream is going to approach taking a third base, because we've seen already Fantasy loving to rush out that third base.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen too many Dream TVPs recently myself, so I don't actually know exactly how he's been approaching this matchup. So I guess I'm going to have to watch and find out.
Charge first. You don't see that very often these days in PvT.
I wonder if, because of his position in this game, if he goes to just charge Zealot Archon right away, skipping Colossi, and just using that to pressure and control the map. So, sometimes you see people actually do all-ins off of that.
He's going charge Zealot Immortal.
That's
versus Terran.
Yeah.
This is going to be a cool build out of Stats. I'm already looking forward to it.
This is kind of like what we saw an old player who used to be on IM Ruin do sometimes. Showing a Colossus. Intentionally making sure the Colossus doesn't fire, although he's going to have to probably show that in a second because I don't want to take too much more damage here.
Here's that Warp Prism coming into the main. Just 3 Zealots there.
Could warp in more if it starts to go well for him.
Just got to move him through.
Oh, look at this. He's also multitasking over here at the same time, chasing Dream away.
Oh, and Dream, he kind of bites me. He's like, oh, you got 2 Colossi. I can't fight that, but he could have easily killed that army.
Yeah.
Looks like he'll just go for a drop at the same time.
This is feeling very SOS-esque, what we're watching here.
SOS-esque.
It's like Kafka-esque, except it's SOS. And by that I mean he's just trying to fake him out. He's doing so much trickery.
Yes.
Yes.
Third base coming up now for Dream. I don't think Dream actually knows the fact that these Colossi aren't real yet.
And Storm is on the way.
Whoa. This is a really cool build out of Sets.
Yeah.
He's going to go into Colossi too. And he's going to do it all off of 3 bases.
You mean 2?
I mean, yeah, just 2 bases.
But
Look
you
at
know
those Colossi, or rather Vikings on the way.
You know what's funny is by the time he realizes it's Storm, he's gonna it's gonna be switching back to Colossi. So, as you were saying, and look at this army. Actually cannot fight this with charge and this many immortals.
No, it counts. Where's that Mothership Core? He needs to put that Nexus Cannon down. Finally, he does. A little bit late.
And without Blink, actually, this army does better than I expected, just simply because it can't chase. And that actually did. I was completely wrong. That actually was a pretty good trade for Dream.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, Storm is nearly done, and once he has that, that's going to be this trump card that Stats has up his sleeve. Like, oh, you thought I was doing this, but I wonder if Dream is starting to realize, because there were no Colossi in that army, you know, what's sort of going on here.
I think he actually stopped Viking production. Yeah, he went back into Medivacs, so I think he knows.
Yeah.
Only 2 Vikings on the map. We're seeing another attack come down here from Dream. This time, the Photon Overcharge has gone down. A really nice concave, but really beautiful storms actually in the whole army of Dream. It may not matter though.
He doesn't need. He needs more storms. He doesn't have any to follow it up. Those 2 storms just get outhealed by all these Medivacs. So many Medivacs on this army. He is going to eventually push us back with the help of that very hefty Nexus Cannon, but eventually, with more reinforcements coming up, I think he can actually continue to fight. He's going to maybe jump into the main base here.
Here are the Colossi coming out, but it's just 1, and there's no support for it. It's 3 Zealots, 1 Sentry. That's not enough.
There's no buffer. Could actually even maybe grab this Mothership Core. It's in such a dangerous place.
Colossus now being focused down by Marauders and Vikings. Again, just no support, and I think Stats is just going to go down. GG.
Dream already starting things off with a bang here, taking game 1. Upset after upset happening today. This isn't a huge upset, but, you know, like...
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking Stats maybe goes 3-0 here, but Dream definitely came prepared, and that was a weird style, man.
Stats just he didn't get the storms, or he didn't have the follow-up from the storms he wanted. He wanted Charged Zealots to be in there to clean that up, but he lost too many Zealots earlier on. You know what I mean? Like, he lost Zealots when he was...
Yeah, I think he needed the Photon Overcharge earlier in the first fight. Help him out. Just back up, let the army take some damage, and, I don't know, buy some time. Even just, like, force field off that choke. He didn't even really need to hold that off. He had a bunch of sentries.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird game. I feel like I can't really judge Stats for doing that until we see him try it like several times, and I sort of like figure out exactly how that works out. I mean, that was a tricky build that you can't really use more than once in the best of 5, or even really like necessarily more than once in a tournament. But
maybe he was just trying to catch Dream off guard there.
I think he did initially, but Dream was able to call his bluff pretty quickly. After when he pressured and there were no Colossi there anymore, he was like, oh, okay. I don't need Vikings. I'm not going to waste any money on that. Imagine if he was trying to fight that with a much smaller ground army with Vikings and the storms went down, you know?
Yeah. Well, we're going to jump into game number 2 here in just a second, guys. It's going to be Bonnie Research Station. Very long.